Good morning, guys. Today we are going to have another math class. Today is Wednesday, April 1st, 2020. We are starting a new month, and today we are going to continue with divisions. Um, but first, I'm going to invite you to bow your heads, close your eyes, and let's pray. Dear Father, thank you for all the blessings that you have given us, for a new day that you have allowed us to live. Thank you for your protection and because you have provided what we need so far. In this day, we are asking again for a special blessing for all the people that are being affected for coronavirus. Also, we ask you to take care of the doctors and all the people that are working, trying to eliminate this virus. Keep us safe and give us your protection. In the name of Jesus we pray. Amen. The topic of today is two-digit quotients. And I want you to take your math notebook, your math book, and let's go to page 97. Page 97. We are going to read the problem, but I want you to read the problem with me. Remember that when we analyze the problem, we are developing our logical sense. And in that way, we will be able to develop or to understand better the problem solving. So let's start reading the problem. Roberta Chen kept track of the gasoline used and miles driven on her family's vacation. Her family drove 1,512 miles. How many miles to the gallon did they average? So I want you to see the picture. There we have a girl that it's called, her name is Roberta, and she has a little notebook in which she wrote the miles and the gasoline in the vacation trip that they did. So in there we have the total miles and how much gasoline, gallons, how many gallons of gasoline did they use. So let's continue reading the problem. We need to find the average miles per gallon. Then Shen family drove, or the Shen family drove, Let's answer the first information sentence. How many miles in total? 1,512 miles. Excellent. And so we are going to write them here. The family were driving 1,512 miles in total, okay? And they used how many gallons? 54 gallons of gasoline, okay? So in all these miles, the amount of gasoline that they used were this one. But in only 1 mile, how many gallons did they use? That is the question of the problem. So we have to find how many gallons they used per mile. Here we have in total, but per 1 mile, how many gallons of gasoline? So what we have to do is, let's continue reading. To find the average, we divide the total miles driven by the number of gallons used on the trip. So we have to divide 1,512 by 54 gallons. So let's do that. So we have to divide 1,512 miles by 54 gallons. how many numbers do we have in the divisor? 2 numbers. So we are going to take 1 and 2 from here. But what happens? 15 is less than 54. So we have to take another number. So we are going to take number 1 also. Now we have 151 divided by 54. So what number is going to be here in the quotient that you can multiply times 54, and it's going to be 151 or close to 151. So here we have a problem. We don't know the timetable of 54, but we know the timetable of number 5. So we are going to use our trick. We take 5 from here, and in here we are going to take 1 and 5. Okay, so 15 divided by 5, 3, right? Because 3 times 5 is 15. But what happens? Remember that we do this only to find out what number we are going to use in the quotient. So now we have to multiply 3 times 54. Let's do it. Let's do it apart. 54 times 3. 3 times 4, 12, excellent. 3 times 5, 15, excellent. And 1, 16. What happens? Can you use 162 in here? 162? No, right? Because 162 is greater than 151. So that means that in here we have to use a number that has to be less than 3. So let's try with number 2. But let me erase then this one. Okay, so let's try with number in here with number 2. And let's multiply. 2 times 4, 8, excellent. And 2 times 5, 10, excellent. So what we have to write in here is 108. And then we have to subtract. Can you say 1 minus 8? No, right? So 5 becomes number 4. And 1 becomes 11 because 5 is going to lend a unit to number 1. So now we have 11 minus 8. So we have the answer that is 3. Excellent. And 4 minus 0, because remember that 5 became 4. 4 minus 0, 4. Excellent. So if you see 43 is less than 54, that means that our division is correct because the remainder has to be less than the divisor. But now we have to no, we cannot check yet. Look what we have in the dividend. Did we finish dividing? No, not yet. Because here we have number 2. So we have to bring number 2 down. And now we are going to divide 432 by 54. So we do the same trick again. We are going to take 5. And from here we are going to take 43. What number can be here in the quotient that you can multiply by 5 and it's going to be 43 or close to 43? 8. Okay, let's try with 8. Let's see if 8 is going to work. So we are going to write 8 here. And now we have to multiply 8 times 54. Let's do it. So we have to multiply 54 times 8 or 8 times 54, that is the same. 8 times 4, 32. 2 in here and 3 here. Excellent. Now, 8 times 5, 40 plus 3, 43. Can we use 432 in here? Yes, 432. Okay, and then we subtract, and 432 minus 432, 0. So in other words, in the problem, how many miles Shem family did per gallon? In 1 gallon, how many miles they did? 28 miles. Okay, so we are going to answer the problem. Let's go to the last sentence that says the Shen family averaged 28 miles per gallon. Okay, so this example, you know that you have it in your books, so it's not necessary for you to have it in your notebooks. But now we are going to solve exercise number 1 from page 97. And I need you to have this process in your math notebook and the answers in your books. Exercise number 1 says 371 divided by 13. Okay, how many numbers do I have here? 2. Okay, so I will take 2 from here. Can you divide 37 into 13? Yes, in this case, yes, because 37 is greater than 13. So, how many times does 13 fit in 37? Or in other words, what number in here can you use to multiply by 13 and that it's going to be 37 or close to 37? Okay, so let's use our trick. Our trick says that we are going to use only 1 because you know the timetable of 1. So we are going to use number 1 from here and here 3. Can you divide 3 by 1? Yes, right, because it's going to be 3 here. 3 times 1, 3. So now you have to multiply 3 times 13. Let's do it apart. 13 times 3. 3 times 3, 9, and 3 times 1, 3. Can you use 39 in here? No, right? Because 39 is greater than 37. So that means that you have to use a number less than 3. So let's try with number 2. Let's try with number 2. So you have to multiply 2 times 13. Let's do it. 13 times 2. 2 times 3, 6. 2 times 1, 2. So let's use 26 in here. And now we have to subtract. 7 minus 6, 1. And 3 minus 2, 1. 11 is less than 13, so it's okay. But look at the dividend. Did you use already all the numbers in the dividend? No, right? It's missing 1. So what are you going to do with number 1? Bring number 1 down. So now you have 111 divided by 13. Okay? So, what number can you use in the quotient? In here, what number are you going to use here that you can multiply by 13 and it's going to be 111 or close to 111? So, remember always to use our trick. We are going to use number 1 from here, and from here, remember, that we are not going to take only one because it's the same number. And when it's the same number, let's take the other number, 11. So 11 divided by 1, remember that in the quotient you can write numbers from 1 to 9, only from 1 to 9. So what number multiplied by 1? It's going to be close to 11. 9, right? So let's try with 9. Okay, so let's multiply 9 times 13. In this case, we are going to erase this. 9 times 13. 9 times 3, 27, excellent. And 9 times 1, 9 plus 2, 11. Can you use 117 in here, 117? No, right, because 117 is greater than 111. So that means that instead of 9, we have to use another number, less than 9. So let's try with 8. So now we are going to multiply 8 times 13. 8 times 3, 24. 4 in here and 2 here. 8 times 1, 8 plus 2, 10. So now we are going to write 104 in here and then we have to subtract. Can you say 1 minus 4? No, right? So this number will lend a unit to number 1, so number 1 becomes 11 and this number becomes 0. So 11 minus 4, okay, so it's 7, and 0 minus 0, 0, and 1 minus 1, 1. So in other words, the answer in here is 28 and remainder 7. Remember that for you to check if this one is correct, you have to multiply this times this plus this. So let's do the check. Let's check our division. So we have to multiply 28 times 13 and then we are going to add the remainder. 3 times 8, 24. Excellent. 4 in here and 2 here. 3 times 2, 6 plus 2, 8. Okay, so now we are going to multiply 1 times 8 and 1 times 2. But remember that we have to leave a space. So we add 0 here and we start to write under number 1. 1 times 8, 8. 1 times 2, 2. And then we add this. 4 plus 0, 4. 8 plus 8, 16. And 1 plus 2, 3. Now we have to add the remainder, plus 7. 4 plus 7, 11. So 1 in here and 1 for here. 1 plus 6, 7. And 3 plus anything, 3. So if you can see, we have in here 371 and in here we have 371. So that means that our division is correct. How many numbers do you have in the divisor? 2. So we are going to take 2 from the dividend. Can you divide 19 into 28? No, right? Because 19 is less. So what do you have to do? To take another number from the dividend. Now we have 198 divided by 28. So what number can you use in the quotient that you can multiply by the divisor and that the result has to be 198 or close to 198. We don't know the timetable of 28, so we are going to use our trick. So we take only number 2 from here, and we are going to take from here 1 and 9, okay, 19. So 19 divided by 2, what number can be in the quotient? 9, right? Because 9 times 2 is 18. But now we have to multiply 9 times 28. So let's do it. 28 times 9. 9 times 8, 72. Excellent. 2 here and 7 here. 9 times 2, 18. Okay, plus 7, 25. So, can we use 252 in here? No, right? Because it's greater than 198. So that means that we have to use a less number. Let's try with number, and I think number 8 is going to be too big. So let's try with 7. Now we have to multiply 7 times 28. So let's try 28 times 7. 7 times 8, 56. Okay, so 6 in here and 5 in there. 7 times 2, 14 plus 5, 19, 196. So this is a number that is very close to 198, so we can use this. So now we have to subtract 8 minus 6, 2, 9 minus 9, 0, and 1 minus 1, 0. Did you use already all the numbers in the dividend? No, right? It's missing number 8. So what you have to do to bring number 8 down, and now you are going to have 28 divided by 28. Easy, 1. Because 1 times 28 is 28. So 28 minus 28, 0. So in this case, in number 2, the answer is 71. Number 3 says 1752 divided by 37. So we have two numbers in the divisor, so we are going to take two numbers in the dividend, but 17 is less than 37, so we take another one, we take number 5, so we can say 175 divided by 37. We have to find in the quotient one number that you can multiply by 37 and that it's going to be 175 or close to 175, but you do not know the timetable of 37, so we are going to take only number 3 from here, and in here we are going to take 17. Okay, so now we can say 17 divided by 3. Excellent, we can use 5 because 5 times 3 is 15, it's close to 17. But now you have to multiply 5 times 37. So let's do it by here. Or 37 times 5. It doesn't matter the order, remember. 5 times 7, 35. Excellent. 5 in here and 3 here. 5 times 3, 15. Plus 3, 18. Can you use 185? No, right? Because it's bigger or greater than 175. So that means that the number that you have to use is not number 5. It has to be a less number, a number less than 5. So let's try with 4. So we are going to multiply 4 times 37. 4 times 7, 28. Excellent. 8 in here and 2 here. 4 times 3, 12 plus 2, 14. Excellent. So now can you use 148? Yes, because it's less than 175, sorry. Now we have to subtract. Can you say 5 minus 8? No, right? So 7, it's going to become 6. And number 5, it's going to become, it's 15, because 7 lended a unit to 5. So 15 minus 8, 7. Okay. And 6 minus 4, 2. And 1 minus 1, 0. So can we continue dividing, or that one is the remainder? No, we have to continue dividing, because in the dividend we have number 2 that we haven't used, number 2. So what do we have to do with number 2? To bring number 2 down, okay? So we are going to take number 2 down, and we are going to have 272 divided by 37. So let's do the same trick. We are going to use 3 from here, and from here we are going to use 27. What number multiplied by 3 is going to be 27? 9, right? But do you think that if we use 9, it's going to be greater or less? Because 9 times 37, sorry, 9 times 3 is 27. But what happens when we multiply 9 times 37? But if you want, let's try. So we can use 9 in there. So that means that we have to multiply 9 times 37. So let's do it. 9 times 7, 63, 3 here, and in here 6. So 9 times 3, 27 plus 6, 33. Look, 333 is bigger than 272. So we cannot use number 9. But we have already an idea that it has to be a number less than 9. So let's try with 8. So now we are going to multiply 8 times 37. 8 times 7, 56. Excellent. And 5 in here. 8 times 3, 24. Excellent. Plus 5, 29. Can we use 296? No, even 8 is not the number that we have to use, because the result is bigger than 272. So let's continue trying. It has to be a number less than 8. So let's try with 7. Now we have to multiply 7 times 37. 7 times 7, 49. Excellent. 9 in here and 4 here. 7 times 3, 21. Excellent. Plus 4, 25. Can we use 259? Yes, because it's less than 272. And then we have to subtract. Can you say 2 minus 9? No, right? 2 needs a unit from 7. So 2 becomes 12 and 7 becomes 6. So 12 minus 9? 3. Okay. And 6 minus 5? 1. Now, can you continue dividing? Here was 6. Can you continue dividing? No, right? Because we already used all the numbers from the dividend. So that means that 47 remainder 13 is the answer. And how do you know if that one is okay? Let's check. So we have to check. And we are going to multiply 47 times 37. And then we are going to add the remainder, that is 13. 7 times 7, 49. Okay, 40 here. 7 times 4, 28. Excellent. Plus 4, 32. Okay, now we have to leave an space or add 0, and then we have to continue with number 3. 3 times 7, 21. So 1 in here and 2 here. 3 times 4, 12 plus 2, 14. Excellent. So now we have to add these. 9 plus 0, 9. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 4, 7. And 1 here. And now we have to add what? The remainder. 9 plus 3, 12. Excellent. 1 plus 3, 4 plus 1, 5. Excellent. And in here, 7 plus anything, 7, and 1 plus anything, 1. So if you see, we have 1,752, and in here also we have 1,752. So exercise number 3 is correct. Number 4 says 3,278 divided by 36. How many numbers do you have in the divisor? 2. So you are going to take 2 from here. But can you divide 32 into 36 or by 36? No, right? Why? Because 32 is less than 36. So we have to take number 7 from the dividend. So now we have 327 divided by 36. But we are going to use our trick. We are going to take only 3 from here, and from here, remember that if we have 3, better to use another number because it's the same. So we have to take 32. So we are going to start using number 9 because 9 times 3 is 27. It's the biggest number that we can use because in the quotient we can use only numbers from 1 to 9. So let's try with the biggest, 9. So now you know that you have to multiply 9 times 36. So let's do it apart. 36, that is the same, times 9. 9 times 6, 54. 4 in here and 5 in here. 9 times 3, 27. Plus 5, 32. Can you use 324? Yes, because 324 is very close to 327. So let's subtract. 7 minus 4, 3. 2 minus 2, 0, and 3 minus 3, 0. So can you continue dividing? Yes, because you have to bring down number 8. So now you have 38 divided by 36. What number can you use in the quotient? Easy, right? Number 1, because 1 times 36 is going to be 36. So now we subtract 8 minus 6, 2, and 3 minus 3, 0. So we have remainder 2. Answer 91, remainder 2. So now let's check if our division is correct. So we are going to do the check. And we have to multiply this times this and plus this. So let's do it. 91 times 36, and then we have to add 2. 6 times 1, 6. 6 times 9, 54. Excellent. Now we are going to multiply number 3, but we have to leave one space or add 0. 3 times 1, 3. 3 times 9, 27. Excellent. Now we have to add this. 6 plus 0, 6. 4 plus 3, 7. 5 plus 7, 12. And 1 plus 3, plus 2, sorry, 3. And now we have to add the remainder, that is 2. 6 plus 2, 8. 7, 2, 3. Is this one the same with this one? Yes, right? So that means that number 4, number 5 says 3,273 divided by 52. How many numbers in the divisor? 2. So we are going to take 2 from the dividend. But what happens? 32 is less than 52. So we are going to take another one. So now we have to find a number that you can multiply by 52, and it has to be 327 or close to 327. But we do not know the timetable of 52, so we are going to use only number 5. And from here we are going to use 32. What number multiplied by 5 is going to be 32? 6, right? Because 6 times 5 is 30. But now we have to multiply 6 times 52. So let's do it. 52 times 6. 6 times 2, 12, and 1 here. 6 times 5, 30, and 1, 31. Can we use 312? Yes, because 312 is less than 327. So let's subtract 7 minus 2, 5, excellent. 2 minus 1, 1. If you see 15 is less than 52, now you have, can you continue dividing? Can you continue dividing? Yes, right, because you can bring number 3 down. So we are going to have 153 divided by 52. So let's do our trick again. We take from here only number 5, and from here 15. What number can you use in the quotient? Number 3, because 3 times 5 is 15. But you have to multiply 3 times 52. So let's do it. 52 times 3. 3 times 2, 6. And 3 times 5, 15. Can you use this one, 156? No, because 156 is greater than 153. So that means that we have to use, instead of 3, we have to use a number less than 3. So let's try with number 2. So we are going to multiply 2 times 52. 2 times 2, 4. 2 times 5, 10. So we are going to write here 104, and then we are going to subtract 3 minus 4. It's not possible, right? Because 3 is less than 4. So 5 becomes 4, because it's going to give a unit to number 3, and 3 becomes 13. 13 minus 4? Okay, 9. And 4 minus 0? 4. And 1 minus 1, 0. So, can you continue dividing? No, right? Because you don't have any more numbers in the dividend. So that means that 62 remainder 49 is the answer. But we have to check. How do we check? We have to multiply 62 times 52, and then we have to add the remainder. 2 times 2, 4. 2 times 6, 12. Now we leave a space and we continue with 5. 5 times 2, 10. And 5 times 6, 30 plus 1, 31. Now we have to add this. 4 plus 0, 4, 2 plus 0, 2, 1 plus 1, 2, and 3 here. And now we have to add 49, that is the remainder. 4 plus 9, 13, excellent, and we have 1 from here. 1 and 2, 3, and 4, 7, here 2, and here 3. Is this the same number of this one? Yes, that means that number 5 is correct. And the last one, number 6, says 6,412 divided by 75. So let's do it, okay? This is the last one. How many numbers in the divisor? 2. So I would say 2. But 64 is less than 75. So I have to take 3. Now, remember that we have to use our trick now. So we are going to use only number 7 from here. And from here we are going to use 64. Okay. What number multiplied by 7? It's going to be 64 or close to 64. 9, right? So let's try with 9. Because 9 times 7 is 63. But now you have to multiply 9 times 75, not only times 7. So let's do it apart. 75 times 9. 9 times 5, 45, excellent, and 4 for here. And 9 times 7, 63, plus 4, 67. Can you use 675? No, it's greater than this one, so we cannot use this. So we are going to use, that means that in here we have to use, in the quotient we have to use a number less than 9. So let's try with 8. Okay, 8 times 5, 40. 8 times 7, 56, plus 4, 60. Now we can use 600 in here because it's less than 641. And what we have to do right now is to subtract. 1 minus 0, 1. 4 minus 0, 4. And 6 minus 6, 0. Can you continue dividing? Yes, because you haven't used number 2. So you have to bring down number 2 here. And now, again, let's use our trick. From here, I'm going to use only number 7. And from here, I will use 41. What number multiplied by 7 is going to be close to 41? It's 5, right? Because 5 times 7 is 35. So, but now you have to multiply 5 times 75. So let's do it. 5 times 75. 5 times 5, 25. 5 times 7, 35. Plus 2, 37. Can you use that number? Yes, because it's less than 412. So we are going to write 375. And we have to subtract. Can you subtract 2 minus 5? No, right? So number 1, let's say unit 2. 2, so 2 becomes 12. And number 1 becomes 0. So 12 minus 5, 7. Okay. And now, 0 minus 7 is not possible, right? So again, 4 will lend a unit to number 0, so 0 becomes 10. And number 4 becomes 3. 10 minus 7, 3. And 3 minus 3, 0. So in here we have that the answer is 85 remainder 37. Okay, so but we have to check because I can do mistakes. So better to check if our division is correct. So we have to multiply 85 times 75, and then we have to add the remainder. 5 times 5, 25, 2 for here. 5 times 8, 40 plus 2, 42. Then we have to leave a space or add 0, and we continue with 7. 7 times 5, 35, so 3 for here. 7 times 8, 56 plus 3, 59. And then we add 5 plus 0, 5. 2 plus 5, 7. 4 plus 9, 13. And 1 plus 5, 6. Now we have to add 37. 5 plus 7, 12. Excellent. And 1 for here. 1 and 7, 8 plus 3, 11. Okay. 1 in here and 1 for here. 1 and 3, 4 and 6. So is this one the same with this one? Yes. So number 6 is correct. So guys, pay attention to these divisions. If you need to replay the video, do it, and try to pay close attention to these exercises and check if your answers are correct. So now is your turn. You are going to work in the next exercises. You are going to write in in page 98, exercises from 1 to 9 and 1 problem solving. Remember to do the process in your notebooks and the answers in your books, and send me pictures by WhatsApp of both of them. So blessings, and see you tomorrow in another class.